everyone. Today is Christmas Day, and I'm back with my next episode of Revenue Beacon with Prashant. Joining us today is Sairam, a multifaceted leader with a stellar background spanning Cigniti's strategic realms into angel investing. With a distinguished career that touches upon AI, ML, SaaS, and B2B marketing, Sairam's journey from the prestigious NUS and Bain and Company to the helm of InnoMinds and Core AI is nothing short of inspiring. A member of the esteemed Forbes Communication Council and an influential voice in the digital landscape, I'm eager to dive into deep insights on M&A, corporate development, future of technology-driven business, and how marketing can play a major role in all these. We'll also see his journey through his roles at Hysia Management Council member and Regional Council member at NASSCOM and member of NASSCOM Gen AI Foundry. Thank you for joining me on this lovely Christmas day today, Sairam.
Oh, likewise, I think it has been a fantastic day so far, and thanks for making me come on the show. Thank you.
So, Sairam, let's get started. Can you walk us through your professional journey and the pivotal moments or individuals who shaped your thought process around business and marketing and shaped your career trajectory over these years?
Sure, there have been some phenomenal leaders that I had the opportunity to get first-hand interactions, truly getting inspired by seeing what they have built. I think that has shaped up whatever little that I have come so far. Just to break it into few parts, right? So I'm not a marketeer by design by profession, but it is more by grit and happened with a lot of passion. Hopefully, that's the journey that I've been enjoying. So I'm an engineer. Well, again, I'm not an engineer by qualification, but I do have a postgrad in computer science, and I started just like every other software industry professionals that we are. Wrote a lot of code, tested a lot of software, built them, and had the tremendous opportunity to be a cross-functional guy pretty early in my life, thanks to many leaders and mentors who gave me an opportunity to always try something. And the first and foremost principle that I would love to recollect or share was never to have a fear of failure. I think I used to work in the HCL's Cisco Offshore Center back in 98 to 2004 in Chennai, a hardcore engineering center that built some great piece of software that still powers majority of the Cisco's internetworking operating systems, routers and switches, and extremely complex internetworking software, which is by far some of the best piece of life that I have led. Those young days where I grew up watching a lot of leaders who had the courage to question the status quo, and most importantly, when many software services companies, which was the golden age of the IT birth, right? When shipping people to the US on, application development projects, we sort of built products, truly products, and there was an opportunity for us to sort of be participating in telling the stories to the world, and that's when I sort of developed my first passion towards what can a technology do to solve a complex business problem, and should I stop wearing an engineer's hat or try to sort of modulate that into a story that can probably appeal to a diverse set of audience and hopefully lead into a business dimension sort of thing. So that's the sort of genesis. Then I also had opportunity to work with some seriously successful first generation Silicon Valley based technologists, entrepreneurs who went on to build some from stellar software products and had great success building them. What I learned from them, these are CEOs of global repute. I can tell some names. Jay Pullur, Pramati, Ram Jayam, a company called Apier that went on to get acquired by Citrix. What was common amongst all of these people? And of course, I had the privilege to work with Yogesh Gupta, the erstwhile CTO for Computer Associates, and a bunch of leaders at the HCL's engineering center that I spoke about. What was common amongst all of these leaders was they themselves were master storytellers. They sort of knew what does it mean to actually position a piece of software. They were very clear in terms of disrupting the status quo, They never had a fear, and they always thought beyond the normal realms of what was the norm of the industry. So that sort of caught my DNA, and then that was building a very, very different orientation to what I intended to do. And what was common amongst all of these people were they all came from extremely, extremely simple backgrounds. The only thing that they had was this whole inherent ability to dream big and sort of make India or the Indian software DNA to be product centric much, much, much ahead than when the normal stuff was happening. So that's the whole DNA. I can just go on about it, but what remains it is this inherent ability to think beyond the normal, sort of articulate a lot of confidence and grit, and never have a fear of failure.
Absolutely. Yeah. That is very important in your career when you get to work with visionaries.
Yeah.
Uh, you definitely get some of their thinking shaping your own growth, right?
That's right. And also, this is a cross-functional mix, right? So, and then various software backgrounds. Here was a marquee executive leading $1 billion plus large enterprise software organization. Here was, a startup maverick entrepreneur who was charting new pathways in the world of ASIC, semiconductor, Silicon Valley acquisitions, VC pitches. While these are all day of the normal today, imagine this in 2003 2004. It was very different, and then literally opening up a garage startup, almost opening up the lock of the office every single day, working and understanding what does it actually mean to be in a startup. I joined a startup, Apier, for example, probably 6 months into my marriage. But then if there was a risk to be taken, it was that time, right?
Mm.
So and then learning from them was tremendous. And then imagine a company like Pramati, which I am very, very proud about, built probably one of the first enterprise app server products from India. So it's not about those what they built, but it's about the DNA, the legacy, and to do things out of the normal. And what was common amongst all of these leaders is they never shied away from making you try different things. I was wearing product management hat when I was a QA lead. I did HR, I did marketing, I did a little bit of strategy, I ran large delivery. People still wonder, did you all do this or this? I mean, it can't be cooked up, right? It is what it is. So one, God has been so kind to give diverse opportunities, and leaders have been so kind to make me try out all of this. And as I said, while I did mistakes, lot many, they always encouraged. When I did little good things, they probably gave me a little pat on the back, and I saw them grow, and in the process learned from them.
Great. So let's continue this conversation and move to your experience with leading consulting firm, right? Would you like to share some nuggets from that experience and how it helped shape your perspective as a CMO in the B2B marketing landscape?
Yeah, sure. So this is like a consulting engagement that I did with one of the largest, marquee consulting firms. The role itself was very different. It was an external advisory role. I picked up a lot of analytical, intricacies, the ability to look at large reams of information, data, and present things to a wider set of audience to make a very informed decision. My role was to sort of analyze, wear an analyst hat if I were, to help opportunities that were either on an M&A sort of a thing where someone was evaluating whether a particular company is a good asset to buy, whether a particular company is a good asset to private equity investment. So there was a lot of investor due diligence, investment due diligence, wearing a technology hat. And then naturally, by what when I started doing before I started doing that role, I need to sort of tell that, right? So I spent 5 6 long years at Cigniti where we built a brand which I wear it on my heart. I'm very passionate about it. A brand from no less than $2 million to $120 million ish in 5 6 years, went on to become a Gartner Magic Quadrant player. The reason I'm saying that is, so it's a public listed company. those experiences and the ones that I spoke before were all put into play when this consulting gig came in, where I participated in about 10 to 15 or maybe 20 deal advisory workshops and engagements, where my role was to see whatever target that was laid before, was it worthy enough? There were few which we knocked off. I made recommendations, and there were few where I'm happy to tell that they went on to become large marquee investments that they later picked up. But as a CMO, I think the most important thing here was putting all of these experiences into play. Why is a particular brand, why is a particular company a leader or a niche player? What sort of positioning that it actually adds up value into the larger scheme of things? And that is where a CMO's role becomes extremely important. It's a strategic role beyond what it is, and the ability to comprehend and understand that from a market perspective and intersect the outside in and the inside in perspectives in terms of the strengths, differentiations, not just from an offering standpoint, brand value proposition, differentiation, whatever asset that we were looking at, was it a leader in the making? Does it have enough market potential to garner, etc.? And then that finally led to this conclusive passion that I now carry in terms of looking at mergers and acquisitions as one of the aspects of the work that I do. So that was a very different experience.